Hello and welcome to A Friend Like Me podcast. I am your host, Shariel, and I started this podcast because everybody needs a friend like me. Today's main topic is it's okay to be alone. And I have a guest with me, Alex.
Hey.
She's here for the first time and she's a perfect person to talk to because she has self-esteem.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being on.
Of course.
But before we get into the main topic, I have a random question. And my random question is, what is the funniest compliment you've ever gotten? And if you can't think of it right away, I'll say mine first.
Okay.
Do you know? Can you remember?
No.
You can't?
I'm trying to, like, the funniest?
Yeah, like funny, like, it doesn't have to be hilarious, but it's like, what the? Like that type of funny. I'll tell you mine.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was coming off the subway in New York, and I was in the tunnel, and this white guy walked by me, and he saw me. He was like, Nubian princess. And I was like, thank you. What? That was so random.
Like, thanks? Am I supposed to say thanks?
That was funny, though, to me.
Yeah.
But what about
Okay,
you?
so somebody recently, and I think I even posted it, like, on my story on Instagram. And I was eating, like, I made tostadas. You know what that is, right?
What is that? I have an idea.
Like, yeah, like the hard, like, flat, like,
Tortilla?
type of shell tortilla
Okay,
with everything on it.
I know what that is.
So I was, like, eating it, and he goes, I love when a girl can crunch loud.
What?
But to me, that was, like...
That was creepy.
I was like, what are you saying? I was like, I ain't never heard that, but okay.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Right.
Yeah, blocked.
Blocked for real.
Literally.
I should have.
Okay, so let's get into the main topic. It's okay to be alone. And we're at the end of cuffing season. This is when the weather starts to break and they start acting up anyway. So you're not going to keep them for very long.
Even if you think you will.
Yeah. He's loving you right now. He's cold. But I feel like, especially for women, we always feel like we have to talk to somebody or have somebody. But you can actually level up a lot when you're by yourself.
I feel like women just want the reassurance from a male.
What do you mean?
Like, as in, like, they want to know they're doing something, or, like, I don't know, like, they need a guy with them to feel, like, more womanly.
Validated?
Yeah.
Like, as a person.
As a person.
Not goals.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's
As a
very
person.
true.
Yeah.
Why do you think are we brainwashed by the media?
Oh, yeah.
Because everything's like couple this.
Yeah.
Vacations, you always have to be with somebody.
Exactly. That's always like vacations.
Yeah.
Like, no, I want to go by
like,
myself.
what if it's a me vacation?
Right,
A me-cation.
exactly.
Yeah. I feel the same way. And that's why I had to talk to Alex because, on Instagram, people's business. So she watched my podcast, and when I talked about spinning the block, and she was just telling me she had the type of situation. Someone tried to spin.
Yeah.
But then every time I look at her story, she's enjoying her life by herself. She may have like a guy friend or two, but she likes to eat, go to the park. I saw you like to go to the park. You like to travel.
I like to go here, there.
Yeah.
Let's do different adventures, but...
And it's like we have to come to a point where we're comfortable being alone so that when someone does come, they're worthy. Because when you don't realize when you always need to be with somebody, you end up being desperate and taking crumbs. And a lot of you guys are in crummy relationships. And it's hard for me to see. It's not even me.
Yeah. Exactly, right. And the thing is that, like, they're not going to see it because they're in it.
Yeah, you're in it.
And even at that, they see it, but it's more on a comfort level. Like, well, let me just stay in it because it's already happening.
Yeah, like...
And it's like, no, get up out of it. Like...
Yeah, you don't have to settle.
You don't have to stay.
What are some benefits of being alone? What do you think? Like, what do you like to do by yourself?
I feel like being alone, you have no time but to only think about where you're getting yourself. You know what I mean? Whether it's goals, for me, I'm a mom. So, like, all my time goes to that, really.
That's
if I'm
awesome.
not working, I'm with her. And, but I feel like as a single, like, not a parent type of female, you, like, as a woman, like, you should be able to, for example, like you have, what don't you do? You know what I mean? You're doing everything. And it's like, being with a man, it's kind of, things have to revolve around that.
Yeah, we put a lot into them.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So at the end of the day, if you are with somebody that is, you're dusty, it's like, what is he doing for you? Like, like, for what? Why?
Literally, it'd be like, for what?
Right, for what? Yeah, exactly. ¿Por qué? Why? But, like, it's like, it takes a lot for a woman to be like, all right, I'm gonna let go. And even when they let go, it's still not enough for them to realize, like,
You know what it is? When a lot of times when women are by themselves, like they actually let the dusty dude go, or, you know, he might just not have been for you. They think it's the end of the world. So they go into this new phase of life of being alone, miserable, versus being happy about it. Like, you should literally be grateful to God. You have more time on this earth, first of all, and now you get to pour into yourself.
self-love.
Self-love, like literally develop it, because a lot of
Yes.
people say they have it, but they don't. And it's obvious. Like,
Yeah.
I can tell by you got 1,000 selfies every week because you want somebody to swipe up.
Right.
It's okay not to post a selfie. Like,
Posting hourly, like,
Yeah,
girl, we
like,
saw you an hour ago.
somebody DM me. Like, chill.
Yeah,
Get off the
no.
phone. If your friends are in a relationship, be happy for them, but that doesn't need to be you too. A lot of girls, it's weird, like a lot of girl groups, one will get a boyfriend, then it's a
Yeah.
domino effect. Then all 4 of them have a boyfriend
Right,
out of
everybody
nowhere.
got a man, and it's like, oh, y'all all found all the same type
All of
of
a sudden-
qualities, all the same, like, men. Like, no.
Yeah, like, no, be for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just feel like when you're alone, don't run from it. That's what we have to start doing, because when you don't run from it, find something to do.
Find a new hobby. There's so many things, but then you got a man, and it's like all the time goes to that.
Yeah, even if it's like a FaceTime. If your money's not right, you don't need to be with somebody.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
if you have certain things in your life, you need to get your health together. You don't need to
Yeah.
be talking to a dude. And I get it, like, black men are fine or whatever you like. But at the same time, you could be wasting your time and stopping yourself, especially in our early 20s and our 20s in general. Women put so much into men, and then they're 30, like, I ain't got a ring. I got maybe 1 or 2 kids, and what do I have to show for it? And, you know,
Right.
kids are a
And
blessing.
a lot of times you don't got the man either.
Yeah, the man's not there. That's
And
what I'm
he ain't there
saying.
no more.
It's like,
Yeah.
women don't get serious about who they pick as a partner until they're at that age where, oh, I want to be married or I want to have kids. It's like, bro, in your 20s, you should have been doing that. If you would have spent time alone, the one dude you would have given your time to would have been worthy of it, and it would have
Exactly.
developed into something.
Right.
But because you're always like from this guy to that guy to this guy to that guy, you're constantly distracted. And how are you going to be your best if you're always occupied?
And I feel like when you reach the point where you are the best and you know, like, all right, I make my money, I handle my things, I
Yeah.
pay my stuff, I have what I have to do as a woman and do what I have to do as a woman, it's like you find a man because that attracts a man.
It attracts the man you
Right,
want.
and a man wants a woman that can handle her stuff. You know what I
Exactly,
mean? And
the
then
right
at the
man.
end, it's like, all right, she said, I'm said. At the end of the day, I'll be the man.
And
She
then you
could
can
be
come together.
submissive
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like, you can't expect everybody to just give, and it's like,
No, and you want to build yourself up. When two whole people come together, that's like a beautiful thing. Versus like all these broken people coming together, and then it's just either
a whole mess.
a hot mess, like
Yeah.
a situationship, or you're getting crumbs.
Right.
That's what I see a lot, like
Yeah.
struggle relationships. It's like, what are we really doing this for?
Right. And then you stay in it knowing there isn't trust or knowing there isn't, you know what I mean? Like reliability, as in like, and not even like, it don't even gotta be necessarily financially, but like with me, like as who I am as a person and what I need, you know, internally, mentally, whatever the case is. You know what I mean?
That's
it's
the
like-
biggest thing for me is mental.
Right.
Anybody can have money. Anybody can, like, you know, take you
Provide
places.
things like
yeah,
that.
but do you guys even really click?
Right.
Do you have the same sense of humor?
That chemistry, like that has
Exactly.
to be there. It has to be there.
And if you're not alone, you don't even know who you are. So when you pick a partner, you're just picking anybody.
You
Or-
pick anybody and
Yeah.
you just go with the flow. Like maybe he'll like, if I act like this or act like that. You
Yes,
know
that's
I
what they
mean?
like. It's
Right.
like women are chameleons to what they think the man likes. And it's like,
Exactly.
no, if what you like or what you require scares him away, that's good. That's not
Right.
the one for you.
No.
So how about we spend time alone?
Because they don't match with him.
They don't match.
No.
Like, it's okay. It's okay
Yeah.
not to like something not to work out.
Right.
If you only talk for 2 weeks, good. That was only 2 weeks of your life, and they're out of here. Next, and not next to the next guy,
like,
but
next timing, like for next episode.
Yeah,
You know
like-
what I mean? For
but
myself.
in between,
In between, yeah.
nurture yourself and find out who you are.
Mm-hmm.
We as women, we have to, like, women complain about men so much, but it's like we're entertaining all these men
Right.
in the bare minimum they give. So how are they going to get better?
Right.
We need to be okay with being alone. When a man knows you're good without him, he knows, like, oh,
He knows.
I gotta be on my A game.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'll go right back to being alone again, you dummy.
Right.
And I'm happy.
And I'll be fine.
Without you.
I'll be fine. Yeah.
And it's
like
not
you
a
are
fake
not
happiness.
needed.
Yeah.
No.
It's not a fake happiness.
Like, I'm good with me. I know who
love
I am.
me.
I know what I carry. Like,
OD.
I'm good.
Yes. Like, I love me. I just want us
No.
to really stand on what we say and what we do and really stop lying to ourselves. Because we be acting like, oh, I'm fine by myself. No, you're not. Because let somebody hit you up. Let somebody try to take you out. You're
right there.
Literally right there at the snap of a finger.
What shoes do I put on?
Yes.
What outfit?
Yes.
Like,
texting your girl. Put him in the group chat already.
Before you even know where you're going.
Yeah. No, he don't need to be in the group chat yet.
Right.
Don't show his Instagram. It's been 2 days. Calm down.
Yeah.
We have to start loving ourselves. For real, for real. And even, I feel like if we had better friendships, we wouldn't crave a man as much. Like a man that's not good for you.
Right.
Because honestly, when you have a great friend, you guys can go do stuff together. We can go to the gym together. We can go to a comedy show.
There's a lot of things. Or you can learn new things together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can come up together, like, whether it's both investing into something and coming up through it. Like, there's so many things that you could do, like being with the right type of people around you, the right circle.
Build your circle.
Right.
Literally put your energy into that. And through your circle, you don't know who you'll meet. You know?
Okay, you don't know who you come across or who knows who that knows who.
Exactly.
That then you will know, and then bam, end of story.
And what would you say to somebody, like, to help them be comfortable with being alone? Like, where do you even start?
Sometimes I feel like you don't even know until you know.
So you have to just, like, jump in?
But, like, yeah, honestly, I feel like whenever you go into being alone, I mean, I've always been fine with being alone.
Yeah, it's hard for us because we're like that.
Yeah, like my mom raised us by herself. Like there's 5 of us. So it's like she's always taught us, like, look, you're going to do what you're going to do. And at the end of the day, whether somebody supports it or not, like that's what it is. But that has nothing to do with your business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have to always, it's kind of like a fend for yourself type of thing. But as you're fending for yourself, you have to find your happiness through that.
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, that's why, like you even said, it's big with like having a good friend or like good like circle around you. Like, thankfully, I had my family, like my sisters, my brother. So like growing up with them, it's like they do teach you. But I feel like to be able to be alone, it's like
grow in your independence.
Yeah.
And find, I don't know, maybe just like take baby steps.
I feel like people, I don't know, I don't want to get into all this, but like meditation and things that.
Yeah.
Like that helped me a lot recently.
But for me, I just feel like that's another thing. Like one of my foundations is God. Like I love the Lord.
Like, that's my thing.
Yeah, like that's another thing. I deserve the best because of the God I serve. That's how I really feel, for real.
Exactly.
And it's like when I'm reading my word, like when I'm doing different things, I feel at peace. You have to do things that make you feel at peace and feel content. And that's the thing, we have to pay attention to our emotions and our reactions. So if something makes you feel anxious, you probably shouldn't do it. Like if you're the third wheel, or if you go out in public places where you know there's people with a man and you don't have one, until you're strong enough, don't do that. Like, don't go to those places.
Yeah.
And don't be around friends that are the friends that always have a man, because they're going to talk you into taking somebody that you don't need to be with, or entertaining someone you don't need to be with.
Or they start setting you up with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
it's like, I don't need to be set
I
up.
thought I told you I'm trying to be single, and you're trying to hook me up with your guy's homeboy. Like, no.
And it's like, that's your guy's homeboy. You don't even know him, and you're setting me up with him.
Yeah, and like, I don't even like your boyfriend, so don't try to hook me up with his friend. He's basura too.
Right.
I bet.
Take it out.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I feel like until you can become that person who's strong enough, lean on your faith if you have it. Spend time alone in quietness, and be around people that are strong, that you know are kind of what you want to be. Yeah. And then just being around people, because that's like how it is with a business. If somebody owns a business that you want to do, literally shadow them. They're your mentor, and you're their apprentice, and then you learn their skills, their mindset, their habits, and that helps you become that. Yeah. So kind of find like a mentor, somebody who is strong enough to be alone, and that'll teach you how to do it until you get comfortable enough. And then when you are around your friends that always have a man, you're fine.
Yeah, you're
like,
good.
I hope you guys are happy.
Right.
But until somebody like worthy enough comes around, I'm going to keep building my business. I'm going to keep going to the gym. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take care of my daughter, take care of my children, pour into them as much as I can.
As much as you can, yeah.
Because that's what really matters. I'm going to be around my family. I'm going to cherish my friends. I'm going to eat well, like hydrate. This is the stuff that really
It's like you
matters.
only have literally, like, you only have time to focus on you. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, I got to get this, like, situated, or let me focus on, like, oh, what does he need with this? What does he need with that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially for somebody that's not even worth giving that
No.
time, attention, and stress to.
Exactly. And
Like, for
and
what?
you'll have so much more like discernment on who you choose to be around in general.
Yeah.
And your life is just going to get so much better.
It gives you so much self-discipline with a lot
Yeah,
of things.
it does.
Because you learn, like, okay, I used to settle for this, but it's like you go into a straight like an epiphany.
You do.
You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, what was I doing this whole time? Like,
Yeah.
you're kind of like, look back like, damn, that was ridiculous. But
When you can resist that urge of like, oh, I feel lonely, but turn that energy into something positive, you'll be unstoppable for real. And we're not anti-man, like, oh, I don't need a man.
No,
That's
it's not
lame.
that.
No,
Like-
it's like, I don't need one that's not for me. He's got to be it.
period, sis.
He's got to be it.
Gotta be it.
If you're not an asset, you're a liability. That's what people need to learn. If someone's
a
not
letter for the
adding,
ones
they're
in the back.
subtracting. Yes. They're not adding, they're subtracting at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
So-
that's really what it is. And accept it.
Yes.
Got
Be
to
real with
accept
yourself.
it as a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even like, don't lie to people or don't try to make yourself seem no type of way in front of other people. It's like, you have to, like, accept it for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's okay
And
to.
that's okay.
We're not saying we're perfect either. You
No,
know what I mean? It's
no,
like,
no.
we definitely went through our
Yeah, I had to
moments.
learn.
Exactly. You had to learn one way or another. And you better believe I learned the
Yeah.
hard way and with a good amount of things. But it's like, when you learn, you just don't look back at it.
No.
You don't look back at it. You learn from it. And it's like, all right, well, never doing that again.
Yeah. Don't
And-
fall back into who you used to be.
No.
You've come too far.
And don't let nobody come bring you back to that.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, you're way happier when you don't settle. I don't care what nobody says. A lot of people are miserable in relationships and situationships. But because they
Miserable
don't
but
have that
comfortable.
discipline to be alone, they have to suffer. And I feel bad for them. So don't be that person. You're strong. You can get there. It's okay to be alone. But also,
Pray about it.
don't get too comfortable with being alone, because then that person's going to come when you
I
think you're
know.
good. Like, don't sleep on him, though, when he comes.
Yeah, because then you try to find any little wrong thing, and then at the end, it's like you really lost the one.
Yeah, like you just
But-
missed out. You
yeah.
just missed out. Yeah, but this can go for guys too. I'm sorry, I'm talking to a girl, so I talk to the fellas a lot. But for dudes
Yeah.
too, don't let chicks distract you, chasing. I know you guys have way more testosterone than us, so I don't understand your brain. You guys are always thinking about that. But a lot of men waste their energy and time into women that will do nothing for you except that. And it's like, bro, you could have got your money up. You could have went back to school.
Yeah,
You
it's
could
the
have did
same
a lot.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like also men, what is it? They have so much potential with a lot, and then they'll
Yes.
just drop it
Oh
and
my
let it go for
God.
somebody just because, like, oh, this girl looks good, let me be with her, whatever the case is. And at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's like they're running your pockets dry, and you ain't doing nothing to keep them filled either.
Yes,
Like, you know what I
no.
mean?
Y'all
Like,
are both like just incomplete.
yeah,
And a lot of men have so much potential that they don't tap into
Yeah.
for real, and they don't even realize it because they're always, chasing chicks.
Right.
Yeah,
And they
level
try to
up.
make it okay. I feel like a lot of times couples try to make it okay, like, well, we're both struggling, but we'll say we came up from it. It's like, you shouldn't even have to be in that
No.
portion of it
Especially
at
as a
all.
man,
Right.
shouldn't be broke.
You
That's
shouldn't
not
be okay with, I don't know.
That's not okay, bruh. Because the thing is, like, men will get mad. I don't agree with gold diggers, but you got to bring something. Come on, bro. You're supposed to be a man. I don't, like, everyone's trying to change gender roles. Women,
yeah.
women should
Especially
bring money to
now.
the table, but a man should already have something. You
Right.
shouldn't be driving her car. You shouldn't be
Right.
living with her. Like,
Right.
you need
But
a-
again, that wouldn't be an issue if a woman has already gotten herself to where she needs
That's
to
true.
be for
She
herself.
wouldn't accept it, yeah.
Right. And then as a man, like, you're where you need to be. So at the end, it's more like you put in 100, like, as
Yeah.
in who you are versus
Yes.
like, oh, just 50 here, 50 there. Like, no, you need to put in your all.
Exactly.
And then it's going to work out. Like,
Exactly. And then when you come together, be that little power couple, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
you just build on top of what you guys were doing alone. And then,
Right.
have a beautiful life.
Grow an empire.
Word. But yeah, I hope this podcast was helpful. Summertime's coming, so I just want to talk about this because a lot of y'all, like I said, you think your relationship is going to last, and I hope it does, but it just might not. I don't know. They start
You're
acting up.
fooled.
The sun comes out. It don't get dark till 8:30.
Sun comes out, buns come out.
Everything comes
End of
out. Guns
story.
come out. Like, everything. Like, you think he loves you. I don't know. It takes a long time because they don't trust you for like 3 years.
Yeah.
I swear, yo. But I hope this podcast was helpful. Thank you, Alex, once again.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It was fun.
So for my last segment, I have a song to expand your attention span, but this time the song is not longer than 3 minutes, so forgive me. But it's perfect. The song is called Self Love by Jayson Lyric featuring Nevaeh. Thank you for listening to my podcast and enjoy the rest of your week.
Bye, guys.
That was